Hey everyone, tucked away in the Caucasus Mountains, Armenia is a small country with a huge history. It's famous for its really old churches, beautiful mountains and friendly people. Armenia was the very first country to make Christianity its official religion way back in 301 AD. That's why you'll see so much cool art, music and food inspired by their history. From its busy capital city, Yerevan, to the peaceful Lake Sevan, Armenia is full of beauty and charm. It's the perfect place for an adventure you'll never forget. People have lived in Armenia for thousands of years, even before the kingdom of Urartu. Armenians have seen lots of changes and tough times, but they've always kept their culture strong. They've protected their language, traditions and beliefs, which makes Armenia a super inspiring place. Today, Armenia is an independent country and ready to share its amazing story with everyone. Armenia's history is full of both happy and sad times. From its early days as the kingdom of Urartu to becoming a Christian nation, Armenia has always been special because it was on the Silk Road, lots of different cultures mixed together there. But being in such an important spot also meant that bigger empires wanted to control it. Over the years, Persians, Romans, Byzantines, Arabs, Mongols, Ottomans and Russians all ruled Armenia. Even with all those challenges, Armenians held on tight to who they were. Their language is totally unique and has been around for ages, and the Armenian Apostolic Church, started way back in the 4th century, helped them keep their culture alive, especially during hard times. One of the saddest times in Armenian history was in 1915, when the Ottoman Empire hurt many Armenian people. It's a very important part of their story. Yerevan, Armenia's capital, is a cool mix of old and new. It's called the Pink City because of the color of many of its buildings. Yerevan has wide streets, busy squares and peaceful parks. Republic Square is the center of it all, with big buildings from the Soviet times. If you love art, check out the National Gallery of Armenia. It has everything from old books to modern paintings, and don't miss the Cascade, a giant stairway with statues and fountains. You'll get an amazing view of the city and Mount Ararat from the top. Yerevan is also a great place to eat. Try some korovats, grilled meat, dolma, stuffed grape leaves, and lavash, flatbread. When the sun goes down, Yerevan comes alive with music and fun. You'll see how friendly Armenians are. Armenians are known for being kind, welcoming and proud of their history. There are actually more Armenians living outside of Armenia than inside. They've created communities all over the world, but they still keep their language, culture and traditions alive. Family is super important in Armenia. Grandparents, parents and kids are all very close. Armenians are also really creative. They've made important contributions to art, science and writing. Famous people like composer Aram Khachaturian and writer William Saroyan were Armenian. Armenians have overcome so much throughout history, and they always appreciate the beautiful things in life. If you visit Armenia, you'll definitely feel their warmth and generosity. Armenia is surrounded by land, and it's full of tall mountains, green valleys and clear lakes. Sometimes it's called the Land of Stone. Mount Ararat, even though it's in Turkey now, is a really important symbol for Armenians. Armenia has lots of different landscapes, from dry plains to thick forests and high meadows. Lake Sevan is the biggest lake in the area and a great place to swim, boat and relax. Rivers flow down from the mountains, creating beautiful gorges and waterfalls, and because of all the different environments you can find all kinds of plants and animals. It's a nature lover's dream. Since Armenia became independent in 1991, it's been working hard to build its economy. They grow fruits, vegetables, and make brandy. They also have valuable resources like copper, gold, and other minerals. Recently, technology has become a big part of Armenia's economy. Lots of new tech companies are starting up there. The government is trying to make it easier for people to invest in Armenia and start businesses. It's easy to travel around Armenia. There are good roads connecting all the major cities. Buses and minibuses called marshrutkas are a cheap and easy way to get around. Trains connect Armenia to Georgia and Iran. And if you're flying in, you'll arrive at Zvartnots International Airport in Yerevan. Armenia is working on making its transportation even better. Armenia is located between Europe and Asia, and it shares borders with Turkey, Georgia, Azerbaijan, and Iran. Because of where it is, Armenia has always had to be careful about its relationships with other countries. Russia is a close friend and ally of Armenia. Armenia is also part of a group of countries that work together for safety called the CSTO, and it's in a group for trade called the EEU with Russia, Belarus, Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan. Armenia is also making friends with the European Union, the United States and countries in the Middle East and Asia. Armenia has an amazing history of art and culture. You can see it in the old churches, monasteries and historical sites. Lots of these places are so important that they're on the UNESCO World Heritage List, like the monastery of Geghard, the cathedral of Etchmiadzin and the ruins of Zvartnots. Armenian music is also really special. Listen for the duduk, a woodwind instrument with a beautiful sound. Armenian dances are full of energy. And Armenian writers like Paria Sevak, Hovhannes Tumanyan and Silva Kaputikyan are famous for their work. From ancient places to modern art museums, Armenia is a country bursting with creativity.